Meditation is a fundamental part of spirituality. Connecting to oneself, the universe, and your higher self is very important these days, especially because the environment around us and society is so loud and distracting. It often pulls us away from our true selves. But because of all the distractions, the social medias, the stress, the job, it's hard to connect to our higher selves. So today I'm going to share with you a couple of tips and meditations that I use to help offset all of the distractions and loudness of the world. Hey you guys, it's your girl Mystic Soul Sister, here to help you align yourself with the universe to live your best life. So, I am very excited to do this video. I've had a couple of people recently ask me some meditation tips, and I thought this video would be perfect to put everything kind of all together in a little bite-sized. So these are the meditations that I use, how I use them, why I use them, and why I think they are really good places for beginners to start meditating. First, what is meditation? To meditate means to think deeply, which I think is very good for a lot of people to know, because sometimes people get discouraged from meditating because they think they have to quiet their mind completely, and that gets a little daunting if you're a talker like me, or if it's hard to quiet your mind. I love to talk, I love to think. I'm a Gemini, my brain is always going, ideas are always flowing. Sometimes I can be writing on my iPad, and then I have to jot something down on my notebook and take notes on my phone, and I have a million tabs open all the time. So my brain is always hectic. I had to find meditations that was able to either incorporate that busy mind, or that was going to be really easy for me to focus and quiet my mind myself. I use meditation for a number of reasons, as well as everyone, for I guess, depending on your purpose or your desired goal. Some people connect with the divine with meditation, or their higher selves. Some people use it as a stress reliever, or to battle things like anxiety and depression. So I do make the recommendation of, at least if you're a beginner at meditating, try to meditate once a day for at least 5 minutes a day. That is a good place to kind of start getting in a routine. Then you can move up to twice a day, 5 minutes each, and then you can start playing around with longer times, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. But don't give yourself the goal to sit down your first few times and meditate for 30 minutes. It's going to be really hard for you to focus that long, and breaking it down will give you an ability to see how long it takes you to get into your meditative states, and you can adjust how long you want to meditate based off of that research. Use those if you are having a harder time falling into a meditative state. Myself personally, I can kind of get into a flow pretty quickly. So just if you're struggling with sitting still for that long, use those guidelines to kind of help you, break it up. So the first type of meditation I'm going to talk about today is Zen meditation. Now, Zen meditation is the type of meditation that most people think about when they hear the word meditation. Fun fact, Zen is actually the name of a school for the Mahayana Buddhism. It focuses on meditation and intuition. The way that we use Zen, like Zen out or Zen mode, is actually a slang term. And the proper term for a Zen type of meditation is Zazen. Zen meditation is a classic. Like I said, it's usually the one that most people think of when you hear the word meditation. Because of that, a lot of people, I think, get afraid because they think that they have to completely stop their mind from thinking and their thoughts from flowing, and that's kind of daunting for some of us that like to talk or even think a lot. You know who I'm talking about as Geminis and air signs. Yeah, we are thinkers. We like to constantly be inspired and have a lot of thoughts always kind of revving up and going. So meditation can be kind of hard for people who don't quite know how to quiet their mind or redirect their thoughts. So Zen meditation is about really finding a quiet place of awareness and filtering out and blocking out any outside distractions or hindrance. If you've been meditating for a while and you really want to kind of hone in and get into a deeper state of awareness, practicing Zen meditation is going to be a great way to get that started. It probably is kind of the longest on this list to get down because it does require such discipline. But there are some techniques that you use when doing Zen meditation in order to draw back to your awareness and return to a meditative state if you find that your mind is having a hard time kind of staying focused and keeps wandering. So to do Zen meditations, you want to make sure you are completely alone without the chance of being disrupted. That is really because it does require such of focus or a state of not being disturbed. So you want to make sure you're not going to be disturbed. So to do your Zen meditation, you're going to want to make sure that you are in a quiet place alone without the risk of disruption. This is because Zen mode is really getting into a deep meditative state and requires you to focus and stay concentrated on your breath without getting distracted from outside thoughts or interference. You're going to want to make sure that you're sitting comfortably. Sit up straight. Relax all your muscles. I like to kind of shake things out a little bit. Just kind of, get my muscles loose, relax. And then I just take a couple deep breaths. Let them out. And then you just want to start breathing naturally and focus on that breathing. So you're breathing consciously. You're not just passively breathing. You're just going to focus that in and out, whatever you have to do to kind of stay in that flow. And that's pretty much the Zen. The part that's hard is letting go of the wandering thoughts. So if you start thinking about what are you doing next week, appointments, work, children, family, whatever, you're going to want to return back to that breath. So, you're sitting here, you're meditating. Oh my goodness. I cannot stand Facebook anymore. There's people on there all the time that talk about everything, and I just don't. Go back to your breath. Draw back to your breath. Focus and dismiss those wandering thoughts. Don't give them any more energy, but don't stress if anything pops up as well. That's a number one blocker. Don't focus on getting rid of the thoughts. Just return to the breath. Don't give it any more energy. This will take some practice, Zen meditation, because it does require such focus. Don't trip. Just practice every day. Focus on that breathing, and you can also try different breathing techniques because there's different ways to pair breath work with meditation. So you can find different styles that may work for you better. The next type of meditation that I do, and it was actually the first type of meditation that I started to do regularly, was chakra meditations. This is because, like I said, I have a hard time quieting my mind and focusing for long periods of time on nothingness. So the chakra meditations allow me to redirect those wandering thoughts into purposeful, meaningful, meditative thoughts. And I use that by focusing on my chakras. Again, you want to find yourself in a quiet place. I definitely prefer to do chakra meditations sitting up, but you can lay down as well. And I usually start either from my base chakra and go up to my crown chakra, or if I'm trying to receive like divine guidance, divine protection, or just divine energy, I will start from my crown chakra and go down to my root. If you're not familiar with the chakras, there's plenty of information here on YouTube as well as on the internet that can tell you like what each of the colors mean and what the different energy centers are responsible for in the flow of things. And also I can also do a chakra meditation video for you guys. Just leave a comment down below if you want to see that, because I definitely can do a whole video on that all by itself that breaks down each of the chakras, how to know when they're out of alignment, and how to align them through meditation. So do that, and go ahead and give this video a thumbs up to let me know that you like meditation videos, so that I can make more videos like this for you guys in the future. Again, I really like this meditation because, like I said, if I'm wondering about like what I'm going to eat for dinner or what I'm going to do tomorrow, I can direct that energy into healing thoughts over my specific chakra that I'm working on. So like I said, usually I just do all of them either from the bottom up or the top down, or you can also focus on one specific chakra or mix and match different ones that you want to focus on. Me personally, I like to do different combinations if I'm feeling like more stress or if I'm feeling one chakra is off balance. So you can focus just on your heart chakra or your third eye chakra, or you can do all of them all at once. It's up to you. The next type of meditation that I do is gratitude meditations. Some people could say this was like praying. To me, praying is more like you're in a moment, you take a second to say thank you to the universe or God, whatever higher power you believe or what you want to call them. And you say, thank you, or you ask for something, or that's a prayer to me. A gratitude meditation is kind of the same thing, but it's being in a meditative state first, and then just saying the things that you are thankful for and grateful for in your life. It's very important to me to stay in a vibrational state of gratitude. I believe this is the fastest way to manifest. And also, it's just great to give thanks to the universe that created you and gave you all these wonderful, amazing things and opportunities in your life, or just life itself. Gratitude meditation is just kind of more personal to me and a deeper connection than just praying. I feel like praying is more like leaving a voicemail on God's answering machine, and being in a gratitude meditative state is more like a deep conversation or like a long love letter of appreciation that just is a little bit more meaningful. Mystic tip: I also pair this with when I wake up in the morning, especially with my daughter. I like to wake up and say at least 3 things that we're thankful for that day. That can be anything from my car to my job to the food in our fridge to the technology and devices that we have to keep us entertained, especially in, lockdown. I think it's very important to always be thankful for everything. Even if you can't find anything you think you can be thankful for, just, being able to see, hear, taste, touch, breathe is something to be thankful for. I wear glasses and contacts. My vision is pretty bad, but even every now and then I'll say I'm thankful for my vision because I have more than someone who is completely blind or even lost their vision. So I am appreciative of the little bit that I do have, and the ability to have corrective lenses and glasses and contacts and things like that. Always be thankful for the little things. Even if it doesn't seem like much, be thankful for it.